All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another fun Saturday night of breaks. You got the chef with you here at Chef Sports Cards. We are doing 2024 Topps Pro Debut third hobby case break number 3. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, especially if you're new to the channel. A little bit about us. We've been around for over 7 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as our little hands will move. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Help a brother out, you know. Also, eBay continues to run their sweepstakes. No purchase necessary there. Going to any of our eBay listings. Look in the description. There's a link there. You follow the link, and some free cards could show up at your door. You never know. Might be worth a shot. And as always, check out our website, chefsportscards.com. We got a couple composite football breaks up over there. Cheap, super cheap. We're just trying to get filled. We're down to, I think, 7 spots in one and 11 in the other. So if you have any inclination towards cheap football, and who knows what you could hit, head on over there. And we will get some more baseball put up very soon. I'm actually trying to get these football filled before I put any more baseball up. This will be the end of our football experiment on the website because we're a baseball group, and that's all there is to it. Lynn, Tim, how are you guys? What's going on? Thanks for joining us. All right, let's go over the teams. D-backs, Amanda D, Braves, James B, Orioles, Elijah A. Excuse me. Red Sox, Philip R. Cubs, Chris L. White Sox, Greg B, Reds, Ian S. Guardians, Yankees C, Rockies, Tim P, Tigers, Jeremy J, Royals, Clinton P. Astros, Robert V. Angels, Wesley O. Dodgers, Don T. Brewers, Robert V. Twins, Rory J. Marlins, Robert V. Mets, Greg B. Yankees, Andrew P. A's, Chris S. Phillies, Dave D. Pirates, Greg G. Donald G. I don't even know how I came up with that one. Cardinals, Tim P. Padres and Giants, Robert V. Mariners, Craig C. Rays, Rangers, Blue Jays, Robert V. And Nationals, Daryl D. Donald, what's up, buddy? How are you? Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's fix our little like Yasmani Grandal guy here, whoever this is. He's lying around. All right. Let's open some cards. Good luck, everybody. Sweet Caroline, do. Good times never felt so good. Right. Let's do it. The fun pro debut with 8 billion parallels and autographs and lots of stuff in pro debut. It's fun. We did a bunch of it last night. It's more tonight. Let's fix that. Jacob Gonzalez, Colton Ledbetter. Name like Colton Ledbetter, either a pro ball player or like a rock star. Jacob Wilson on the Topps Chrome, refractor, non-refractor. It's weird. The chromes are done as refractors. Like if you saw them in a pile, you go, that's refractor, although it's technically not. When you see them live, you'll understand. Johnny Farmello and Max Anderson for the Flying Tigers, old Detroit. Jeremy. Go, buddy. Don, how are you, buddy? John, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Brock Roden. It's so weird. I bought this new chair, and it's like sits like super high, so I feel like I'm looking down on everything. It's weird. Gotta get used to it. Matt Shaw, Topps Chrome, and 109 of 150, Brock Wilkins for the Brew Crew. For Robert. Get the sleeve there, buddy. Man, it was like actually like chilly here today. I went outside and I was like, oh my God. Jackson Holiday. Because of all the breaking and stuff, I really rarely go out on the weekends at all. Like, it's not unusual for me to never step foot outside on a weekend because I'm breaking, I'm sorting, I'm listing, I'm, doing all kinds of stuff. So, on the rare occasion that I do set foot during the week, I go out way more than on the weekend. So, I'm like the total opposite of most people. La, da, da, da. Lee. Dylan Head for the Padres. And Jack Mahoney for the Rockies to 175. For Tim. He is 158 of 175. Devin Saltibon. For what? Window tint. Yeah. I had my son's card done a few years ago. I don't know. I didn't think it was terribly expensive, but Colton Ledbetter for Tampa. 122 of 199. I didn't think it was too bad, but that was the only time I've ever gone someplace to have tint done. Like, it's always come with like the vehicle, And of course, my son drives a Lexus CT 200 something or other. I don't know, some little thing. Tampa's Robert, and I wanted to go get it. I got it for him for Christmas like a couple years ago because I wanted to talk to the guy, the tint guy, and I was like, listen, because my son would be like, I want 5% tint. I just know how he is. And I went in, I said, look, what's the legal tint level in Pennsylvania? And he's like, I think it was 15. I said, okay, put a note in there, no lower than 15. Aiden Miller on the 1 per box X Fractor for the Phils. Daryl, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. See if we can't find Daryl Dylan Cruz tonight. That's who he's looking for. I know he is. Spencer Jones, Hero of the Diamond. Manuel Taro. Ryan Clifford for the Mets. Drew Jones. And Mazer. Did you just have to do like a single window, or was it for a whole card? Huh? Like, did you break a window that you had to get redone? Hanley on the throwback, and Bryce Eldridge Chrome. It's funny. I went my whole life. I think it's just like runs. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this before, but like, I never had a windshield break for the first like 20 years of my driving life. And then I went on like an 8-year stint where I went through like 7 windshields in 8 years. Like every year one got broken somehow. That's when I learned a lot about that type of stuff. And Drew Gilbert for the Rumble Ponies, which is the Mets. 174 of 299. Oh, to match the rest of them. I got you. I get what you're saying. Yeah, we were driving. We had to drive to Kentucky one time. And my wife, at the time, we had a 5 Series BMW. It was my wife's, and we decided to take that. And I was going through Pennsylvania, and as soon as I came out of one of the tunnels in Pennsylvania, a rock flew right into the windshield. Not only busted my windshield, but busted my wipers too. It was bad. But it was enough I could still drive. I could see okay. So I drove it to Kentucky because we just went, I'm just like, oh God, please don't let it rain. you know? And then went there, and that's the first time. And I went to Safe Light. Was amazed by their whole scam they got going there. But I tell you what, they're good, man. Safe Light's awesome. If you're in a pinch, they'll come to you wherever. They'll pay, but it gets fixed. Jackson Churio Road to the show. Chase DeLauder. Nolan McLean for the Mets. There have been no shortage of Mets cards in pro debut so far. That's for sure. Sebastian Walcott, Heroes of the Diamond. So we got Topps Chrome Jumbo up next, and then the Pro Debut Jumbo will be after that. For any of you, I know some of you are in the Pro Debut Jumbo also. And there's Paul Skeens. We have some more hobby tomorrow night. Chase Davis Chrome for the Cardinals. And we'll have more Jumbo and hobby next week, too. Oh, we've got some cases here. Vargas. Dylan Cruz. Brett Gartner. And the old Trenton Thunder. Used to go see the Trenton Thunder. Edgar Cuero for the Angels. Is it? I've only ever done Safe Light. I don't know. They're easy. I like easy. I'm willing to pay for easy in my old age. Cam Fisher for the Woodpeckers is Rangers? Astros. That's right. Cam Fisher's the Astros. That's right. Robert. There you go, buddy. I tell you, I really do miss the relics from Pro Debut, though. A victim of Corona, a direct victim of coronavirus, the relics in Topps Pro Debut, because they canceled the minor league season that year. They had no relics for the next year. Blade Tidwell, so they decided to do away with them. What's up, Chris? And it was so much fun. You'd get like hot dog vendor shirts and all kinds of stuff. I have some crazy relics, like from back in the day, buried in boxes somewhere. Max Clark Road to the show. Wiggins, what do we got here? Ooh, for the Giants, Bryce Eldridge on the gold mini diamond, 37 of 50 for the Giants. Nice. He's nice. For Robert. Thank you, buddy. Bryce Eldridge to 50. Did you do something to your back? Or you just working and stuff? Or did you? Look for exclusive mini diamond refractor parallels. Well, we just had a mini diamond refractor parallel. There you go. They're exclusive. As I said a couple weeks ago, I literally just need to, take the trash out to hurt something anymore. Used to be like, wow, how did I hurt my back? Well, I was lifting that refrigerator, over the porch, and now it's how did I hurt my back? Well, I did have to drag a can to the sidewalk. Johnny Farmello. Jersey? No, Philly. I live in Philly, right outside of Philadelphia. How dare you? Am I from Jersey? I'm offended. It's teasing. Cade Horton for the Cubbies and the Smokies. Tennessee Smokies. And 170 of 199, Jordan Beck for Colorado. For Tim. Old age is a bitch. There's no doubt about it. There are very definite, 30, 40, and 50. Those 10-year marks have some real. It's like the warranty runs out on stuff, in your body. Every 10 years after your 20s, you get, new stuff. Wyatt Langford, Chrome. Yeah, man, that thing's awesome. I've seen the Yard Goats play more, 5 or 6 times. Because my son and I, we used to go up to Erie a lot in the summer and see those guys play up there. And that whole kind of league, the Yard Goats and the Sea Wolves and a whole bunch of them. It's in kind of in the Northeast. But yeah, it's my son to this day is still the 12-year-old record holder in Erie for the hardest pitch in their pitching thing. Rock Riggio. I don't even remember what it was, but he blew it away when he was 12. And every year when we go up there, his name would still be up on the board. I think it was 68 miles an hour or something. I don't even remember what it was, to be honest. But he was very proud of that. Cade Horton, 5 of 5 for the Smokies, the Cubbies. Oh, man, Chris. There you go, buddy. 5 of 5 red, Cade Horton. That's what, our third red from this case so far? We're only halfway through the case. We had 2 last night. That's our first red chrome, though. 5 of 5, Cade Horton red. The old Tennessee Smokies. I went to a Smokies game last year. It's they're right outside of Knoxville, where my son lives. They have a cool little stadium, and there's a huge Buc-ee's right across from it, one of the biggest ones in the country. The stadium's here, and the Buc-ee's is over there. So between the two of them, the place is packed. Believe me, the Buc-ee's draws more than the Smokies do. Griff McGarry for the Phils on the 1 per box X-Fractor. Oh, no, yeah, no. I used to when I was younger because my father actually lives in Yardley, Pennsylvania, which is literally directly across the river from Trenton. where my father's house was to go to the Thunder game. It would take us like 7 minutes to go over there. So, and my son was a big baseball player all through high school and stuff. We used to go to games all the time. So every time we went up there in the summer, we always ended up going to Thunder games. Old Trenton Thunder. That was the first place where I saw like Wyatt Langford, Here's the Diamond. They had the, I know a lot of teams do it now, but they were like one of the first teams that had the dogs for, to like as bat boys. It was amazing. I was like blown away by that. It had to be 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, probably, but those dogs were really good. Now they're part of the instructional league or whatever they're called, developmental league. Hunter Holland for the Reds. When they did the realignment, I was shocked. We lost a lot of teams in this area, like in the Philly, Jersey area. I mean, there's still more than a few around, but Trenton Thunder went from being a AA team for the Yankees to being they're like one of these instruction. I forget what they call that league, where it's like college players, developmental league, I guess it is, but it's kind of surprising because they have a nice stadium and stuff like that. And they were the Yankees 2A team for a long time. Oh yeah, from the Patriots. That's awesome, dude. Eric Chavez. Look at Eric Chavez showing the guns back in the day. Basayo for the Orioles. Because we used to have the Camden team too. Jersey had a team in Camden, the River Sharks, but they didn't get lost in the thing. I think they just went belly up at some point. The stadium sits there just like empty. It's a shame. Anything they try to do in Camden goes belly up at some point, unfortunately. Old Mikey Romero, numbered 82 of 99 for the Bo Sox. For Philip. That's a chrome auto. Oh, really? For the Somerset Patriots? I'm trying to think who else we love. The closest one to here, Angel Gennaro for the Lynchburg Hillcats, which is the Guardians, right? Yeah. The Guardians, that's numbered 85 of 199. The Blue Rocks are the closest team to where I live now, the Wilmington Blue Rocks, which are, well, they used to be part of the Royals organization. Now they're part of the Nationals organization. That's like 20 minutes from me. So it's kind of nice to go down there every once in a while. Give me one sec, guys. All right. What do they usually get catered? Like after the game, or how does that work? I've done a lot of catering. I've never done clubhouse catering before. Brock Wilkins, Chrome. Oh, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre? Yeah, I've been there. I was there back when they were the Phillies organization, when it was the Red Barons. Now it's the Rail Riders. Oh, pregame you do. I got you. Yeah, I used to go to the Scranton Wilkes-Barre when they were still with the Phillies. That was a long time ago. Um, I'm actually pretty lucky for where I live. Like Aberdeen is about 45 minutes from me. Jace Jung. Um, so like when Jackson Holiday was down there, we went and saw Jackson Holiday play. The Aberdeen Ironbirds. They're the single A team for are they the double now? I forget. They changed. At one point they were the short season like A team for them, but they moved up. Um, Reading Phillies are like an hour and 10 from where I live, and then the Iron Pigs are 2 hours or whatever. I've been to all of them. I think I've been to every minor league stadium in Pennsylvania because I've been out to Pittsburgh's and to Dylan Cruz and wow, the Giants again. Mini Diamond Orange this time. Cole Foster, 22 of 25. Yeah, that's cool, man. Kevin, good buddy. How you doing? That's awesome, man. I'd love to get hooked up in a gig like that. Most of the stadiums and teams around here all have, their in-house people who do that stuff. Like a good friend of mine's the executive chef at Lincoln Financial Field. He runs the whole show down there, which is part of Aramark anyway, or whatever. All right, sorry guys. I don't. Sometimes YouTube just hiccups. I'm not 100%. I know we're somewhere close to here. You guys might have already seen this. This was the Cole Foster to 25 mini diamond. And then after that, we had the Carson Rocafort. That was 34 of 75. Those were from the last 2 packs we did. And there was a Josh Jung Chrome. I think that was it. All because of I bring a bunch of guys in. Oh, that's cool, man. That's awesome. That's the way you get hooked up. Years ago, God, I'm not going to remember his name now. God, what was his name? He fought for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh gosh, I'm so bad with names. This guy, Adam Jones, throwback, and Caden Dana. God, he was a fighter from Philadelphia, and I can't think of his name. He fought for the heavyweight championship of the world. This was, back in like, I want to say 2003, 2004, somewhere around there. And apparently the guy used to come into our restaurant all the time. And I used to work in some real high-end steakhouses, and we used to get a fair amount of like athletes and famous people and stuff. And so you kind of go out of your way not to bother them, but nobody knew who this guy was. There's a Braden Taylor to 99 for Tampa. Nice one there on the chrome auto. God, I can see his face. I can't think of his name. And anyway, he was fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world at Madison Square Garden. And apparently he loved our restaurant. We didn't even really know who the guy was. And he was fighting the week after Easter. And we were closed for Easter, and someone called us and was like, so-and-so wants to come in tomorrow to eat because it's his last meal in town before he heads to New York for the fight. And I was the executive chef, and me and the managers were all like, who? Who is this guy? And God, I can't think of his name now. Vargas. And they were like, oh, he's your restaurant's his favorite, and he wants to eat there. He's got to head to New York tomorrow and do press all week before the fight and this and that, whatever. And the one manager's like, dude, tomorrow's Easter. We're closed. Like, we don't. And I was like, the guy's fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world. We can open for him, and we did. we came in, I opened up and brought a couple guys in, and we brought some servers in, and we did this huge meal for him. And but I felt like, wow, I wish I would have paid attention to this guy sooner. And ultimately, he got his ass kicked, and I don't really think he did much after that. Michael, God, Michael Grant. Michael Grant, is that it? Michael Grant, I think was his name. He fought, I think, Lennox Lewis. I think he lost pretty bad, but he did get paid like $20 million for that fight. I think it was Michael. I think so, Michael Grant. But it's weird how like you meet people over time, or you don't meet people. Drew Hackenberg. I can tell you a lot of stories about famous people. I worked in a lot of restaurants where famous people were at. We had this Italian place I used to be the chef at. This was in the '90s in South Philly. It was a very popular joint, and it was Mother's Day. And you guys remember the band Boyz II Men? So the lead singer from Boyz II Men was coming in with his girlfriend for dinner, and somehow, I don't know, I guess his manager called ahead, and everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna make sure this is good and this and that, and whatever." So everyone was like concentrating on making sure everything was good for him, and nobody realized that Nick Nolte was sitting in the corner at the same time. Until like the next week, we saw it in the paper. They do this thing in Philadelphia called About Town, where they do like celebrity spottings and stuff. And apparently, he was in the restaurant. We didn't even know he was there. Felt like such an ass. No, what, Michael Grant was his name. I'm almost positive that was his name now that I'm thinking about it. Gabriel Rincones for the Phillies. This would have been like 2003, 2004. He fought at Madison Square Garden. I'm pretty sure it was against Lewis, maybe. Now I'm trying to. You're probably right. You're probably right about that. You're probably absolutely right. It's the only thing I really miss. I was always very good. We had an issue. I lived out in Chicago, well, outside of Chicago in a town called Naperville, which is a lot of people know it. It's a pretty big suburb outside of Chicago. Jay Bashir's. And I lived out there because I was the executive chef at a restaurant there called Sullivan Steakhouse. I'm sure many of you have heard of Sullivan Steakhouse. I used to work for them a long time ago. Sullivan's and Del Frisco's. I worked for both of them. And Sullivan Steakhouse in Naperville was a really popular spot. And we're super, super busy in there. And Jordan and Bo Jackson used to come in there. Michael Jordan and Bo Jackson, because both of their mothers at the time lived very close to there. I don't know if they lived in Naperville or one of the towns next to it or whatever. Jackson Churio rode to the show. So they came in one night and, everyone was, the whole place stopped. Oh my God, it's Michael Jordan, blah, blah, blah. And I had worked in a restaurant in South Carolina where we had a lot of movie stars come in and stuff. And I learned when I was there, like, these people just want to be left alone, Jake Cunningham, like, just if you leave them alone and let them have a good time, they'll come back. You know what I mean? Like, but even if you're polite and you bother them, they don't want to be, they don't want to be bothered like that. So for a while, we did good with those two. They used to come in like once a month. And then one night, some guy started hassling them for an autograph and this and that, whatever. And then we never saw him again. It's like, ugh. It's just so annoying to me. I want to be like, what? I was a server too, or so. I think it was a server who was annoying him. Like, dude, why would you do that? You'll never see these people again. And, when someone like that eats in your restaurant, it brings business in. People hear about that stuff. Judd Fabian, just on the off chance that they might see Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like, people will come to your place, but somebody always has to screw it up. Who we got here? Tommy Troy, number 9 of 99 on the Future Cornerstones autograph for the D-backs. Amanda, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's there's a way to do it, and people, I think I understand, especially when guys are older, maybe retired or later in their career, like there's a way to approach a guy and be polite about it. You know what I mean? And then there's a lot of people who just feel like, well, you're famous, so you owe me something. Like that's almost how a lot of people come off, which is just crazy, you know? Torin. And I'd love to get hooked up with a deal like that, man. I could use it these days. Their catering is, ugh. Thank God the summer's over. It's gotten a little bit better. Perales, Luis Perales for the Bo Sox. 70 of 175. For Philip. COVID was a killer, man, for my other business. That's all there was to it. I had 12 cafes. We had this killer. I mean, we used to do like 150 to 200 catered events a week. And then COVID came along and just killed it all because it was all corporate, corporate catering. The cafes were in office buildings, stuff like that. And now we have one left that does maybe 20% of what it used to do. Thank God I have this to do. Jackson Ferris. Yeah, see, that's awesome, dude. When you can get a hold of something like that, like, and do well with it, that can pay forever. And that's a gig you can keep for years. Parker Messick for the Lake County Captains. 81 of 99. That's the Guardians, right? I always get the few of the Guardian and Reds teams mixed up. I think it's the Guardians, if I'm not mistaken. That's what's great about gigs like that. It's like if you get hooked up with like pharmacy reps and stuff, that's who we look for all the time. Like, you can get hooked up with a pharmacy rep, they can be big money because they'll order 10, 15 times a week from you to send food to doctors' offices and stuff like that. Just got to keep them happy. That's all. Throw them a little bonus, throw them something every once in a while. There's a Paul Skeens 1 per box X Fractor for Pittsburgh. Very nice. Donald. Man, NC State is killing me in this game. Paul Skeens. I need him to score some points. David Frias. Yeah. Yeah. We've never recovered from COVID. I mean, we're fine, but not. The year before we did COVID, we did 5.6 million in sales. So that gives you an idea of we're doing nothing compared to what we used to do. It's really a shame. We were in position to really take off and continue to take off, but and if COVID only lasted like 6 months, I think it would have been fine. But it went on for so long. David Cuvée, most of it's because my cafes are in office buildings in big office parks, but they're like empty now. People who do come to work, they only come 2-3 days a week, and I mean the buildings are like 60% empty on a daily basis. So no, I don't have much walk-in business. Max Clark. And the one does fine. I mean, the one having the one because it's our main one it was always our main one where we do our catering out of and stuff. I mean, it's holding its own, but nothing like it used to do. That's all right. I'm getting too old for it anymore. Just Carson Rocafort. Oh, I didn't bet on the pack. I bet on Tennessee. See, Tennessee. Tennessee. Where my son goes to school. But I took the over. I parlayed it with Tennessee in the over, and I'm nowhere even close to the over at this point. Tennessee's covering without a problem. I should have just see. I got greedy. I knew Tennessee would cover, but I was like, let's throw the over in there and try to make a few bucks, and it'll be my downfall. That's why it is that's what a parlay is. Suckers bet. Unless you hit it, of course, and then you're a genius. Brett Gardner throwback. Dalton Rushing. All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. For the Braves, Drew Hackenberg. For James. It's funny too because I asked my son earlier because he's there. He's at the game in Charlotte. I said, "They gonna cover?" He's like, "Oh yeah, definitely." I said, "All right, so I'll bet it." And then I got goofy when I was on there. Cutter Coffee. My own damn fault. How much time we got left? 4 minutes in the third. Throw up a couple touchdowns, maybe. What do I need to cover? Another 26 points. It's not possible, but not looking great. Max Clark Road to the show. If NC State could hang a couple, quick touchdowns, and I'd feel better. And Ty Floyd, 27 of 150 blue chrome for the Reds. For Ian, is that? Yeah, for Ian. Here you go, buddy. Doesn't want to open. All right, box number 4. Marcus Brown, Caden Wallace. Zach Levinson, Topps Chrome. And Rhett Lauder, number 20 of 50 on the gold mini diamond for the Reds. For Ian again. Rhett Lauder, gold mini diamond. Very cool. Oh, wow. Just scored a touchdown. How'd that happen? There's a nice Sebastian Walcott on the X Fractor for Tejas. For Robert. 1 per box. Extract. Ortiz. Am, Am, Abimelech. I can never say this kid's name right. Abimelech Ortiz? Is that how you say it? Is he related to Poppy? He looks like about his size. He looks like a big boy. Yeah, he is being a little stubborn, but we haven't pulled anything Cruz yet out of either case, so I feel like there's something coming. We've pulled a couple Skeens, no autos, but a couple parallels, but no nothing for Cruz yet. Cutter Coffee. Hey, last night the very last pack was when we pulled a Skeens Blue, so you never know. Just takes one pack. Ballesteros. Come on, NC State, help me out. Score a touchdown, man. Get some points on the board. Jackson Ferris. Oh, and he fumbles. Of course he did. All right, well, let Tennessee score again. Somebody just put points up. Wow. NC State's taking a real shellacking in this game. 37-3. My oh mizy. All right, Dylan Frias from the Captains and Luis Guinipa for the Bravos. 21 of 199 for James. They're 40 points. I need 60, so 20 to go. Not impossible. Andrew Pinkney for the Nationals. For Daryl. Daniel Juve. Yeah, we haven't had one yet, so let's see. Jackson Holiday, Rocafort Chrome. Laura Keed Morris. There's Brett Gardner again. And Dalton Rushing for the Dodgers. Roman Anthony Heroes. Leonardo Bernal for the Cardinals. 44 of 150. For Tim. Verna. Eric Chavez again in his guns. Lucas Gordon. For the Angels, Albert Rios. For Wesley. All schemes. Valdez. Chrome. All right, last couple packs. Walker Jenkins, Road to the Show. And the last pack. Ceballos, Sabin Ceballos, and 21 of 75, Jackson Ferris. The Loons is the Dodgers, right? Ferris, what can I remember? I gotta look him up. I can't remember the Loons for some reason. Alrighty, that is going to do it. I want to thank you for joining us this evening. As always, I couldn't do this without y'all, and I do truly appreciate it. If you're not in any of our other breaks tonight, please stay safe, stay healthy out there. We will be back tomorrow night. And as always, go and check out chefsportscards.com if you get a chance. Bear with me for 1 second. Put a quick hit recap together. All right, boys. Thank you so much. All right. Hit recap for 2024 Topps Pro Debut, third hobby case break number 3. One per box X Fractors, Griff McGarry, Aiden Miller, Paul Skeens, and Sebastian Walcott. Some good X Fractors. Paper parallels, Brock Wilkins to 150, Jack Mahoney to 175, Carson Rocafort to 75, Angel Genow to 199, Luis Perales to 175, Gwynnie to 199 and Jackson Ferris to 75. Topps Chrome parallels, Bryce Eldridge to 50. Cole Foster to 25, both for the Giants. Ty Floyd for the Reds to 150 and Bernal to 150 for the Cardinals. Autographs, base. Max Anderson, Cam Fisher, Gabriel Rincones. Well, that one's not a base, but that's the future cornerstones to 99. Tommy Troy for Arizona. Hackenberg, Ortiz, Pinckney, and Rios. Parker Messick to 99. Jordan Beck to 199. Colton Ledbetter to 199. Drew Gilbert to 299. Brett Lauder to 50. Braden Taylor to 99. Mikey Romero to 99. And Cade Horton to 5. 5 of 5 red for the Cubbies. Nice one for the Cubs. All right, folks. Again, thanks so much for joining me. We'll be back in 5 with Topps Chrome. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.